To get in, to get out. These are really easy. You need to get in your car. You need to get out of your car. Hopefully you can tell the difference with these two pictures. Sometimes, so I'll tell you, when I rented the car to go visit Brent earlier in July, because I have vans, I found it hard to get in the car because it was so low. Like a van, you just get in and out really easily. So it's easy for me to get in my van and to get out of my van. But a car was a little trickier because it's so low to the ground. But you can see this man, he's going to get in his car, and this person is going to get out of the car. I should have added of to this. Yeah, you get out of a car. There are two additions to the verb to get down to. So sometimes Jen and I talk, and there's work we need to do. Sometimes we talk and then we say, okay, we need to get down to work. So it means to get started, particularly when referring to work or a project, okay? So there's a time to talk. Maybe you have coffee, but then eventually you need to get down to work. You need to get down to doing what you need to do. You can even say, okay, let's get down to it, which means let's get started. So you can see these people, they're going to get down to work. They actually are getting down to work if I use the ing form. So when you start something, especially work, you get down to it. I could say this at the beginning of a live stream. I talk for a bit, and then I could say, okay, let's get down to it. Let's get started. To get away, two different ones. Warning, there's zombies in the one I just showed you in the elevator. This guy is trying to get away. He's afraid of, I don't know if you watch zombie movies, but I'm not going to explain zombies too much. But this guy is trying to get away. He's trying to escape. He's trying to run so he's not with the people or zombies that are chasing him. He's trying to get away. I think escape is the best verb to replace this. But you can also decide to get away. If Jen and I didn't need to work next week, we might try to get away. We might go on a vacation. So this means to escape. This means to go on a vacation or to not work for a bit and to go somewhere. So hopefully we can get away sometime this fall. We have a little trip planned, so that should be funny. To get away with. That should be funny. That should be fun. Sorry, I'm the English teacher. Go on vacation. That should be fun. Okay. A person can be funny, but an activity is usually fun. To get away with. Sometimes people steal and they get caught. Sometimes people steal and they get away with it. When you get away with something, it means that you didn't, like if you cheat on a test and the teacher doesn't catch you, you could say, I got away with cheating on the test. If you use AI to write something and the teacher doesn't notice, you could say, oh, I got away with using AI to write my paper. If you are a criminal and you steal money and the police don't catch you, you could say, oh, I got away with it. I got away with stealing the money from wherever you stole it. Don't steal, by the way. To get across. So this actually has two meanings. You can try to get across the bridge. Okay, so you could say, I'm going to visit you, but I need to get across the river. So hopefully I can get across the bridge, but it might be closed. And then I might have to drive further down, and I might need to get across the river by using the ferry, like the boat that your car goes on. So this could also mean when you're trying to explain something to someone, I'm trying to get across the meaning of this for you. I'm trying to explain it to you. So you can try to get across something physically, like literally, you're trying to get across the river. Or when you're explaining something, you're trying to get the meaning across to someone. So let me give you two example sentences. I need to get across the river in order to get to the United States. There's a river between Canada and the United States. I need to get across the river. I would do that by going across the bridge. When I explain new things to people, I'm trying to get across the meaning to them. To get around, This person looks like they're renting a car. They need a car to get around. They need a car so they can drive to different places in the city. When I went to visit Brent, I had a rental car so that I could get around. I needed to go to the grocery store with Brent. I needed to go to his brother's place. We needed to get around. We needed a way to go from place to place. So to get around means to go from place to place. If you rent a car, you can get around easily because you can drive whenever you want to. So we also use get for emotions and feelings and those kinds of things. Like if you, let me see, what makes people angry? If you don't put the lid back on the peanut butter jar, Dad might get angry. If you run into my car, I might get angry. You might get angry when someone says something mean to you. So we use it for things like angry. We don't really use it for happy or sad. Like you can get sad. No, we do use it for sad. You can get sad if someone tells you sad news. I wouldn't use it for happy though. I'm not sure why, but you can definitely get angry. Like people get angry all the time. Sometimes when people are driving, they get angry at each other. We use phrases like this as well. Like it's going to get really warm today, or I might get cold tonight, so I'm going to bring a sweater. So you can, when you're experiencing things like hot and cold, you can get sweaty, you can get hot, you can get cold. Yeah, we definitely use it for those expressions. I'm trying to think of any other ones, but my brain's not working as well as it did at the beginning of the lesson. And then you can get home. At the end of a trip, it's nice to get home. So as you can see, these are not all phrasal verbs. We have a lot of different ways to use the verb get. So I know for me, if I go away, if I leave for 4 days, by day 3, I can't wait to get home. I just want to get home. So simply, it means to arrive at home. I'm sure this man is very happy to get home. He doesn't look very happy though, does he? Maybe he's sad to get home. I'm not sure. But it's always nice to get home after a long trip.